Can you guys hear me? I have a feeling you can't. That's not good. Mm. I have a feeling you can't. That's oh, not good. No, you can. I lied. Oh, no. Alright, well, I'm just gonna work on this star badge I'm doing for myself for a few minutes just in case some people are late, and then I'll start doing the Q&A. So a lot of times people ask me what colors I use for Aqui, considering she doesn't really have a digital reference as of yet. So just for reference, I use Prismacolor markers on her. That was my cat. I apologize. Umber is her darkest, her medium is walnut, and her lightest or her main color is goldenrod. Which wasn't closed all the way, that's great. Don't do that. They're really expensive markers. They should always have their caps on correctly. Unless you want to spend $8 on a marker. I'll be checking the chat on my phone and everything periodically to make sure you can actually see what's going on in my really awful setup of my iPad on a book. And that's my cat again. You might hear me yelling him a little bit periodically because he likes to be a little dork sometimes. He has special needs, so I try to be patient because he's a really good boy. I texted my best friend before I started this stream that I'd probably start and then completely forget how to draw because I've never done anything like this before, and I do get nervous in front of crowds even if they're not physically in front of me. So if I do, I do apologize for that. I promise I'll get better probably as time goes on. Hopefully. And definitely a huge shout out to my best friend Moshiga on Furry Amino because he's the first one that suggested this to me, and I probably wouldn't have figured out how to do it if they haven't told me about it. So go give them love. And their art is amazing, and they're amazing. So you follow them and you won't regret it, I promise. So I think I can probably start answering some questions now. Let me find them. At my granny technology pace, I will find them. Alright, here we go. I also did a Q&A thing that I was supposed to draw the answers to back in October that I just found the other day. And I'm contemplating either answering those here or actually getting off my butt and drawing them like I said I would. Oh, I do apologize, guys. Sometimes I post things and I forget that I posted them until like months later when I'm scrolling through my stuff and I'm like, oh, I posted that. I should probably follow up on that. Oh, that is my cat. You'll randomly. He likes to run around. And sometimes he'll half knock into walls because he's not that great at stopping as he is at running. So we have pads and stuff up for him so he doesn't get hurt. But you'll hear him motoring around sometimes. My goofball. Oh, he's proving my point for me. I'm not sure how loud he is to you guys, but he's really loud over here. He was actually an abuse case and we rescued him. He was the size of like a Beanie Baby toy and less than a pound when we first got him, even though he was older than what he looked. And him and my bulldog are like best friends. It's so gross. They like kiss and love on each other. It looks like a Disney movie. It's awesome. So as for the Q&A, I have 4 so far, so I'll answer the first 4, and then if I get any more, I'll answer them as I go. So the first one was from Bowtie Cat, who I actually did their character recently as a posable badge. It was really cool. Their character's awesome. Can I ask for some anatomy tips and facial expression tips? Anatomy's hard, and I feel like I still have a lot to learn in both of those things, but my vet tech classes kind of helped with anatomy. But I just definitely like Google Image now is like awesome for references as long as you credit them, but especially like anatomical references so you can study muscles and bones because those are the 2 most important things. And I feel like bones are one thing that people forget a lot. And then as far as facial expression goes, there are a lot of cool like emotion studies that a lot of artists have posted, and they're absolutely amazing. And they're good to like look and see how other people do it, and then you can develop your own style from that. Definitely don't copy though, or don't trace, because that's not gonna teach you anything. But just keep sketching. Like I find that I'm a lot looser when I sketch than I am with like fully colored things. So I get a couple hours ago. What is your favorite commission and what inspired Aqui design? So my favorite commission that I've done for somebody was a badge of a Lynx character for a user called Friday. I'm not sure if I actually ever posted it or if it was in an art dump because I'm bad at posting things as I do them. But let me see if I can find the picture now and kind of show you guys from my phone onto the iPad, which is probably going to look awful. I don't know if you can see it. That's probably like the worst way to actually show you guys things. But I tried. That one was cool. I love drawing feminine characters because even though Aki's a girl, I don't draw her incredibly femininely because I'm not that girly myself, so I don't want her to look like Disney feminine when I'm not like that in person. So whenever I get characters like that, it is so much fun to go crazy on like the angled eyes and the really thin eyebrows and the long eyelashes, stuff like that. So that's what the character was, and it was super cool. As far as like my favorite commission that I've gotten from somebody else was actually super recent, last night recent, from a user called Starry X Horizon, whose art is amazing. Please go check them out. They do amazing animations and their work is just phenomenal. But they recently opened these little $4 full body chibi things and they're so cute. And it's actually my icon right now because I love it and every single marking is literally perfect. And they actually did a piece for me a while back as a gift because they're so sweet. And they're one of the few users that literally got every single marking on Aqui correctly because I'm a little anal with her markings and I know they're really weird. But this is the piece. I absolutely love this. It's actually my wallpaper on my iPad so I can see it all the time. Um, Back to the Q&A. As far as what inspired Aqui's design is at one point I actually wanted to make Aqui a deer because I love nature and I didn't see that many deer personas at that point in time, and there are so many deer where I live in New York. So I was like, oh, that's a good idea, but I've always been more connected to wolves than I have with deer. So I kind of did both because why not? And that inspired her deer spots, and then recently I changed some of her spots to stars because I absolutely love stars and stargazing, constellations, anything to deal with space. I'm a giant nerd. And then as far as the blue tail is, I've always secretly wanted to be like so many different colors for Sonas and be like a sparkle dog or whatever. But I've always loved brown designs, so like I couldn't make up my mind between having a more natural design or a more like sparkly glow up design. So I decided if we're going to be an herbivore and a carnivore, why not be natural colored and have a little unnatural color in there? So that's why her tail is blue and the rest of her is brown. And then I made a post about it, but as far as the hawk feathers, is the hawk's actually like my spirit guide or spirit animal. And I also have like a little totem of it from when I volunteered at an actual reservation. So I wanted something in there without changing her species completely. So that's why she has the couple hawk feathers in her tail now to kind of as a little nod to that because I wanted that to be a part of it somewhere. Um, TT the Wolf Girl asked, "Can I possibly have tips on how you color so well traditionally and not mess up?" Um, Honestly, I feel like the more you do it,